Hey guys, welcome to another video of mine. It's Kamal Abulay, and this is another talking point video of mine. This talking point it's going to be a deep one. Now, obviously, this talking point I want to talk about in this video is: has the transfer ban been a blessing in disguise, and how has the transfer ban turned out for Chelsea so far this season? Now, obviously, we know that it's still early in the season. We can't judge it too quickly, but from so far, what's happening around us and what's happening with the Chelsea team. At the moment, the transfer ban is the best thing that's happened to Chelsea in years, and that's the main question I want to pose to you guys. So leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. But I'll be getting into detail of the youth players who really shone this season and why that maybe having this transfer ban really woke up the board's eyes. It made crucial changes to the board, crucial backroom staff changes, allowed Frank Lampard to be appointed, and a lot of these youth players that, let's be honest, if they didn't get the opportunity, these players would never ever get the opportunity under any type of manager. It's right place, right time, and it's like this transfer ban by FIFA has been a blessing. Now, obviously, I'm going to get into the details of that, so make sure you do smash the like button if you do enjoy this video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if I'm on here. Make sure you hit the notifications so you're notified for every time I upload. But without further ado, let's get straight into it. Now, like I said, it's one of the best things that could ever have happened to this club. It's crazy. Obviously, when we first originally got this transfer ban, it was all doom and gloom. There was a lot of dark cloud over Chelsea. I remember the time Callum Hudson-Odoi looked like to be leaving for Bayern Munich. Eden Hazard was off to Real Madrid. We were going to lose Mauricio Sarri to Juventus. We lost David Luiz. It looked like N'Golo Kante had potential to be leaving, and we had a transfer ban upon us, and it was looking like this season was going to be a massive struggle. A lot of people wrote the season off, including me, foolishly. With a lot of top players, a lot of inexperienced youth players, we thought, we don't think the season will be the one. But like I said, the Chelsea supporters, including myself, must be hoping that this transfer ban never ends, because nobody would have believed it. It would have been the best thing that happened to the club in years, but it's now become like a fairy tale season so far. And this is not only for Chelsea, but it's also benefiting England, as two of Chelsea's three Lions quartets, Tammy Abraham and Mason Mount, have been called up, and they're playing regularly now. I'm not a Mason Mount fanboy. I'm not his biggest fan. I do trust Tammy Abraham. I do believe Tammy Abraham has the attributes and qualities to be a world-class striker and definitely lead the line for Chelsea. Mason Mount's doing well. He's scoring the goals. He's got a lot of good attributes about him. But they're once again on target to underline their huge potential for club and country. And Abraham's week just about sums how the fortunes of Chelsea's youth brigade has changed since the club was stopped from throwing money at their problems. Now, over the years, 2017 summer is the one summer that always springs to our minds. Is what a disastrous summer it was. Obviously, we signed so many average players, and I think that the club are definitely moving into a new era, a new direction, the golden generation. I made that video a few weeks ago, where we are moving into a new direction of not buying average players and blocking the paths of youth. Zappacosta signing, Drinkwater signing, Bakayoko signing, Morata signing, all these signings, and we spent over 200 million players on these players. And I was thinking to myself, these youth players, when we let go of Nathaniel Chalobah, when we let go of Loftus-Cheek and blocked his path, did we really have a plan for these players? Did we really allow them to flourish under the right manager, under the right system? And the question is no. The club never had a direction. The club never had a plan, and hence why we're in this mess in the first place. If we had a model, if we had a plan and we stuck to it, we gave our managers time and we allowed these young players to prosper and sell them the project that Chelsea is the right club to develop at, then maybe we would be in a much better situation than we are now. But finally, the club have woken up, and this transfer ban has really woken up the board, to make these changes, to make these crucial changes that, let's be honest, need to be made back in 2014, back in 2015. Since we won the Champions League, the club became more self-sustainable. Roman Abramovich's goal was always to win the Champions League, and once he achieved that, he made Chelsea a more self-sustainable model. He's not going to be injecting and pumping any money, so we had to look towards the youth side. And we had so many top youth players coming through. Marco Emenalo did a fantastic scouting network. Kevin De Bruyne, Mohamed Salah, Lukaku, Thibaut Courtois, Azpilicueta at the time. And Mourinho kind of ruined that project, as good as he was for us, as he's our most successful manager. De Bruyne, he was our future. Salah, he was our future. Lukaku was our future, and we let go of all of them. We had these youth players ready, but we threw money at the problem. We threw money at the situation, and it was never ever going to be resolved. And that's the thing, 2017, a prime example where we threw money at the problem situation, and if anything, it made things a lot worse. Now, having celebrated his 22nd birthday, Tammy Abraham, he scored his first Champions League goal and earned an England call-up. Abraham found the net with a superb lob to put Chelsea on the way to a victory at the St Mary's. And now Abraham's 8 Premier League goals, 9 in total in all competitions. He's now joint top scorer alongside Sergio Aguero. And head coach Frank Lampard pointed out the fact that he's preferred him to Michy Batshuayi and Olivier Giroud, regardless of the transfer ban. And that's the thing, you need a manager that will have the faith in you that you can flourish and become better. Now, if we're being realistic here, if it wasn't for Frank Lampard, if it was any other manager, these players wouldn't be getting the opportunity they have now. Why is it that all of a sudden that all these youth players at Chelsea are now starting to sign brand new contracts now? Why? Because now they have the faith. They're not disillusioned anymore. They have the faith that one day, if they train hard, if they play well at their respective loan clubs, that they can make it at Chelsea, they can make it in the future. Because before, no matter how well they played it on loan, there was no guarantee they would be here at the club, which hence led to departures of De Bruyne, Salah, Lukaku, etc. And unfortunately, we've lost those players, but the board looks like they've finally woken up. They've finally learned their lesson, and the appointment of Petr Cech as our sporting advisor, technical and sporting advisor, that link between the first team and the academy players, allowing to give a voice and inputting transfer targets. So now that when we do have this transfer ban uplifted, when we do sign world-class players, we should only be targeting players that will immediately upgrade our first team. 3 to 4 world-class top draw additions. They're going to immediately improve our team immediately, and they're not going to be average players that kind of stack up the bench and kind of block the paths and eat up the wage bill. We have youth players that can do that job. We have top youth prospects in Reece James, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Loftus-Cheek, Tammy Abraham, Mason Mount. You can argue is a decent backup. These type of players can definitely do a job. We don't need to sign average players and waste our funds, etc. What we need to do is go into the market and splash the cash on the right specific players that are top caliber, top draw players that are really going to elevate our team and really immediately impact our team rather than signing average players. And I think that finally it looks like the board have learned their lesson. But it does look like the transfer ban was a bit of a blessing in disguise. Now, I did say when we first got it, yes, everyone was depressed, it was annoying. But we had to think positively, we had to be optimistic. And with the appointment of Frank Lampard and Jody Morris, who won countless amount of Premier Leagues and Youth FA Cups with the youth team originally, it was crucial and it was so important. Jody Morris was Frank Lampard's assistant. The amount of coaching staff, Eddie Newton back as well, new physios, new science doctors as well, to really change the backroom staff, the structure, change the boardroom level as well, to really elevate this new era, this new direction that we're going in. And to be honest, I'm really excited for the future. Now, if you're a Chelsea fan, it's a fantastic time to be excited. There's so much to be excited for. And honestly, for the next 2-3 years, this club can be at high levels, to return to that elite level, to follow that Manchester City, that Bayern Munich model, but use the youth players because we have a world-class academy. Use the youth players correctly, integrate them into this first team, and also ensure that we sign world-class players to help with the experience and the top caliber players to really elevate our team and return to those elite days that we once were. And to be honest, in 2-3 years' time, this current team that we have, full of top youth players of Reece James, obviously Emerson's not a youth player, but he's a top world-class potential left back. Tammy Abraham in 2-3 years, where could he be in the next 2-3 years? Mason Mount, you could argue. Callum Hudson-Odoi as well. He's the best academy product that we have produced out of the academy, 100%, along with Jeremy Boga. Unfortunately, we let Boga go, but Callum Hudson-Odoi finally has had that opportunity. He wanted to leave at Bayern Munich because he never trusted this club to take us next level. He never trusted his club that he would get the acquired minutes for his development. But now with Frank Lampard's appointment, with Jody Morris, Petr Cech is our new technical advisor, with the board changes and the club's promises, the board promises, it looks like that we are putting our faith into these young players and they will flourish under the system. And Callum Hudson-Odoi is setting that example. Yes, he's on high wages, but he's a top player. He's pretty much our English Neymar. Fikayo Tomori, another player that was set to go out on loan to Everton, but with David Luiz's departure, it looks like Tomori, stayed and has been performing fantastically well, and arguably has been our best centre back so far this season. So it shows that if you have put the faith in, if you show these players, look, you have a spot in the first team. If you train hard, you work hard, then you will play on merit. It's not due to experience. We have more youth players than we have experienced players in this current first team, and we're already nearly in the top 4. We're only 10 points behind Liverpool, and many of our Chelsea fans, especially rival fans, thought that we wouldn't even get top 6. So for me, this is a fantastic achievement, and really Frank Lampard's done a fantastic job, and it's only emphasising what we could do in the future. It's only a fraction. These youth players are going to improve, they are going to reach their potential. We will be able to sign world-class players and some as well, and it's really showing that we could be a very scary side come 2-3 years time. So I'm just really excited for the development. But yeah, Leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Could this transfer ban be the best thing that's happened to Chelsea in years and years and years? Personally, I think there's an argument for it to be. Smash the like button if you do enjoy this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're not here. Make sure you hit the bell notification so you're notified for every time I do upload. And comment down below your thoughts, opinions, and I'll see you guys for my next video. Peace.